Yeah, so we're here doing the Beara Way. It's 210 kilometers. I'm really excited for this one, it's going to be really great. This is, I think, perhaps the only video where we didn't start at an info board, didn't film this part at an info board. That's because we actually just haven't seen one yet. So Kenmare is about 10 kilometers behind us, and that way. And we're going to walk towards Lara today, where there's hopefully a campsite, and continue the trail anti-clockwise from there. Pretty excited. We're going to get to see Ireland's only cable car at Dursey Island. That's going to be pretty awesome. And when we get back to Kenmare, there's a bakery that we're very much looking forward to. So I'm extremely excited about this entire trail. What am I missing?
It's trail 41 now.
Yeah, it's trail 41 out of 42. It's trail 41 out of 42. It's our second last trail of all of the National Waymark trails. So if you didn't know that, we are walking every single National Waymark trail in Ireland. This is number 41 out of 42. Pretty excited. Let's go. I'm waving goodbye to Kenmare. We're about to head over this ridgeline, and it's the last time we're going to see it until we're basically in it again. Because when we come back, I kind of think we come back on, I think potentially the far side of these mountains, and I think it's going to be hard to see the town until we once again arrive into it. So goodbye Kenmare, see you in about a week. We were just saying that on the official descriptions of these trails, nearly all of them say no strenuous climbs. And I'm not sure it says that for this one. I was wondering if this is the one that they use as a benchmark and they say if it's not bad as anything on the Beara Way, it isn't strenuous. This climb was strenuous. I don't think it's even close to as bad a one as we're going to get on this trail. So yeah, a lot of the time people say, oh, you must be so fit for doing all these trails. And we're like, nah, not really. If they're all like this one, we'd definitely be really fit. On we go. We can do it. Yet again, a late start has caused us some problems. What time is it, Ellie?
10.
10. It's going to be dark in about 5 or 10 minutes, I'd say. And we're still about 3 or 4 minutes from our campsite. So, but you know, the thing is that what's good about having this campsite here is that it pushed us to actually walk. So we could easily enough have walked only 10 or 12 kilometers, but we've ended up walking 22 or 23. So that's valuable when we're under some time pressure to finish the trail in time. And I mean, kilometers walked today means less kilometers to walk tomorrow, so that's always pretty good. Also, the views have just been spectacular. Okay, well, it's the morning of our second day. I don't know why I give the number to the camp. It's like you can hear me. It's the morning of day 2. We're just walking back from our campsite back down to the trail. and we're actually going to take a slight detour off the trail to get to a cafe. So, sue me.
Important things.
Yeah, it's the important things, really. You know, it's a question of, do we want to get half the distance today? I don't know what I'm going to go with this, so let's just stop that part.
Because we haven't had the coffee yet.
Yeah, we haven't had coffee, so I can't even talk to the camera.
Yeah, so if you want a YouTube video, we have to go to the coffee shop.
Yeah, exactly. The project depends on coffee, and so...
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, so we stayed at Creeveen Lodge, just outside of Beara last night, and I think it's probably the campsite with the best view in Ireland. Like we were discussing whether or not we could think of a different one with as good a view, but we could not. They're from the UK, so I didn't feel embarrassed to talk to the camera. They were from the UK, so I didn't feel embarrassed to talk to the camera as they were driving past. Yeah, I think Creeveen Lodge probably has the best view in all of Ireland. It's also another ACSI campsite, so it was reasonably priced and had a lot of nice facilities. He was from Cavan. Now I feel embarrassed. Yeah, it's a good campsite. I'm happy with it.
Super, super nice. And loads of other lovely people staying there.
Yeah, absolutely. It was probably the most talkative campsite we've stayed at as well.
Yeah, like in the best way. So many really, really nice people. It was lovely.
Yeah, it's good. So, coffee. Then we're going to continue on to Erie's today. I have no idea if that's how you pronounce it. And that'll be another 27, 28 kilometers today, I think.
Yeah.
Should be good. So yesterday we saw a deer on the road, and then afterwards we were walking in kind of a lot of long grass and so on. And this morning I found a tick on my leg. So the moral of the story is you should check for ticks, particularly in areas where there are deer, because deer carry Lyme disease, and Lyme disease is a really expensive disease to have. So make sure that you carry your tick tweezers and that you actually pay attention to your body. What's worse is ticks or spiders. So you've got a spider living in your body. So, yeah.
Thanks for the pep talk.
They're gross. They're gross things to have. Well, we're in Cork now. So we've just left Kerry for the second, or well, we were just in Kerry for the second last time. The border kind of goes in an L across the peninsula, so we'll cross back into Kerry when we finish up again in Kenmare in a couple of days, and by a couple of days I mean like a week. But yeah, so now we're in Cork. Here we go.
Been eating alive for horse fans. Anyway. Okay, so it's 20 past 6 and we've spent the last while doing some really gorgeous coaster walking. We're on our way into Erie's. It should just be around this kind of coming headland, and that'll be us for the day. We're staying at a campsite there, and yeah, this section's just been absolutely beautiful. Very kind of rugged, and yeah, it's gorgeous. There was two kind of sections walking along an ore road today. The first one was before Ard Groom, and when we got in there we were talking to the woman who runs, I think it was the Village Inn, and she was saying that that section that we walked actually won't be there next year. They're currently rerouting it to go across the hills, or to continue across the hills that we had already walked on that morning. So that's really good. And the second section of Ore Road was actually slightly scarier on our way to the coastal bit here. So that was a little bit uncomfortable, but this bit is beautiful. So And I think in general we've been off-road more than we've been on-road, I think. So that's also really good. And yeah, what else? Is there anything else I need to say?
The views. The views.
The views.
The boathouse is from the late 1800s and was attached to the Coast Guard station. And those are the ruins of that.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. I picked a very dramatic backdrop to say a huge thanks to Pete and Mega, the Dutch couple that we just met, for a lovely conversation in the pub and for 2 pints. Thanks a lot. That was very nice. This is a very nice view. It's a very nice town. So far, a very nice trail.
I wish I caught you falling.
So it's our 3rd day on the trail. This is the first infoboard we've seen, which, as an infoboard connoisseur, has made me very sad. But happy now, because there is one. We are in a town called
Eries.
Today we're going to go from here to a place called Allihies, and from Allihies down to Castletown Bearhaven. It's going to be a lot of fun. And a really very up and downy trail. Yeah. Okay, so we have a choice between going to Castletown Bear this way and getting there for like 4 o'clock, and going to Castletown Bear via Allihies this way and getting there for like 10 o'clock. So I have a coin. I don't want to go to Castletown Bear that way because I'm tired, and Ellie does want to go to Castletown Bear this way because she is an indomitable force of nature. I have a 20-cent coin here. It's a Spanish one, so it actually has a head on it. Heads we go that way, tails we go that way.
Okay. Should we try that again?
Tails. It actually was.
Was it?
Yeah. It's the 20 cent. I didn't turn it. Do you want to try it again?
Maybe.
Okay. Do you want to do best of 3?
Let's see what the answer is on this one.
Also tails. So even if it was best of 3, I can do a 3rd one. Fate has determined that we go the slightly shorter route, which is just as well because it took us like literally 3.5 hours to do about 4 kilometers.
We did sit down a lot.
Yeah, but they were enforced sit-downs because it's very steep. Ellie did not believe my results, so... we should just be going this way.
Okay. Who knew a coin could have such a strong opinion in her?
Yeah, it clearly does want us to go the shorter way.
Mm-hmm. Okay, we can go the shorter way.
Yeah?
Yeah, we can do it.
Okay. To be clear, this takes nothing away from the trail, and the trail itself is super duper duper good. And we are just... I'm tired.
So this is Castletown Bear. We got here at about 4 o'clock maybe. Yeah, I think it was 4 o'clock. And we stopped and we had coffee, and then we actually tried to find somewhere indoors to stay for tonight. And try as we might, like no matter what our budget was, we couldn't find anywhere at all. Everywhere was completely booked up. So we're gonna have to walk about 5 kilometers out of the town to a campsite, which is fine. We're just a bit tired, and it's not exactly on trail, so we're kind of walking 5 kilometers off trail, and then we'll have to figure out a way back up onto the trail. So, you know, it'll be fine. We're just quite tired. Carl's having a bit of a rough day, so here I am trying to be happy. In general, the trail has been really good. It's really kind of rugged and rough, but still beautiful and very quiet. We met, I think, 2 groups of people on our very first day on the trail, and one of them was quite big. We were like, oh, we're going to be meeting loads of people, it's going to be super busy. But then we didn't meet anybody at all on... Wait, is today day 2? No, today's day 3, yeah. Didn't meet anybody on day 2. And then today, we didn't meet anybody until about lunchtime, and that's when we met Joanna, who is also known as a woman afoot online. And it was really cool to meet a fellow like online hiker. It's very rare that we meet other hikery, outdoorsy people that we kind of vaguely know of while we're actually hiking. So that was really cool. That we were both hiking and both kind of like cross paths. So she was on her way to Ali's. I hope she got there okay.
So earlier on when we were in Castletown Bear, which is only like 1.5 kilometers back that way, Ellie was saying that we'd go and stay at a campsite today. But I am just having kind of a bad day, so you know, sometimes you just need to stay indoors and have a shower and stuff, so and sleep in a bed. So we ended up finding somehow an available B&B, so that's what we're doing now. So in all your angry comments and things, you can blame me exclusively. Ellie was all for staying outdoors, but I can't. Not tonight.
That's okay. Everyone needs a night off.
She's being very magnanimous. There's a dog up ahead. It's being very quiet.
Yeah, can't tell if it looks scared or angry. That's a caravan.
Yeah. Okay, well it's the start of our 4th day. Yeah. Start of our 4th day on this trail. We are walking between Castletown Bear and Adrigal, which in terms of distance is quite short, but I think in terms of up and downiness is pretty long. It's raining.
It's not quite at the moment, but well, it's starting to. It's going to be a wet day in general, probably. Yeah, I don't know.
I'm going to take the camera out of the rain now.
Yeah. Okay. Day 4.
This is definitely one of the most picturesque locations that we've been to on all of the walks. This looks amazing. Amazing.
dry off slightly, hopefully. Yeah, we're about kind of halfway through our walk for today, and so far it's been really, really gorgeous. We did spend the first few hours in the clouds, so it was like extra super wet, so we didn't really get much video at all. But just as we were coming through the kind of valley behind us, it stopped raining, and it was like absolutely breathtaking. One of the most beautiful places I think we've ever been. That was really, really, like truly amazing. Yeah, we are pretty soaked, and by that I mean just like completely soaked. But we're halfway through the day and it's only like 1:15, so we're not doing so bad for time today. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. Hopefully the rain will hold off and we will only be soggy soles for the rest of our walk. Yeah, I don't know what I'm saying.
Just that this is probably, you know, one of the best trails, I think. I'm gonna talk really loud. So for this entire project, neither one of us has ever just straight up fallen over. That might happen this time. Right here we're walking over these huge sheets of exposed rock, and because of the rain, they're extremely slippery. So we've probably slept in this tent for like 200 nights, and not just on the trails but doing other stuff. And it's never failed me once, and I have not treated it very well. But unfortunately, as we were setting the tent up in Adrigole, one of the poles snapped. So there's this very nice, I think these are magnesium. Unfortunately the pole snapped. You can obviously see it here. Please excuse my long fingernails. Now this isn't really a huge deal, but what I need to do is file down the sharp corners here so that it doesn't potentially damage the tent fabric itself, and then we can probably live with this, only hopefully there won't be too much wind or anything like that. Yeah, it's a bit crap. What we're going to do now is stay indoors, because this campsite also has rooms, because I need to repair this and I don't really want to do it while it's raining on me, which is what's happening. Oh well. Okay, so, well, one of our tent poles is broken. Unfortunately it's in like a really awkward spot that makes it difficult to repair on the fly, like rainfly. And so, yeah, what's next?
So while Carl...
Oh, we better hurry, the camera's dying.
Carl filmed a quick video when it broke, being like, it's broken. So while he did that, I booked us into the hostel that was here at the campsite. So we're staying in the hostel tonight, and then booked another...
Yeah, we were very lucky that there actually was one
incredibly
here.
lucky.
Otherwise, I don't know what we'd do there. The next thing is like miles and miles away.
So I booked a hostel in the next town as well, so we'll walk tomorrow and we'll get to stay there. And then... don't know what happens after that, yeah. But we'll figure that out.
We're kind of lucky that we're back on the east side of the peninsula, because there are actually hostels on this side, and they're somewhat less expensive than B&Bs. Yeah, we haven't figured anything else out.
But hey, we got tonight sorted, we got tomorrow night sorted. That's plenty of time.
That's it?
Yeah.
Yep.
The walking today was great.
It was really good.
Really, really good, even though we were in a cloud for the first half.
Yeah, honestly, one of the best individual days of walking that we've ever done.
Yeah, really, really good. Loved it. And we've heard from some French people that tomorrow's section is going to be nice as well. So
yep, so it'll be good.
That's
hopefully.
It.
Cool.
No.
Alright, it's the start of our 5th day on the Beara Way, and I think our second last. So today we're walking from Adrigole to Glengarriff. Meant to be a fairly uphill day, I think. It seems like you go from like sea level to 560 meters or something like that, which Yeah, walking has been good. There's a bit of a sketchy road section on the way near Adrigole, basically, like on the way into or out of Adrigole. Whew! Shouldn't have done this in the uphill stretch. Weather looks reasonably okay today, just a little bit drizzly, I think. But it's hard to know when you're right on the Atlantic like this and with such kind of erratic landscape. It's really hard to kind of predict what the weather is actually going to do. Yeah. What else is there to say, Ellie?
I don't know. Yeah, that sounds pretty good.
Cool. We're going to stay in a hostel tonight in Glengarriff. There's also a hostel in Kenmare, so we'll see if we can get a night there when we finish. Yeah, so far really, really good. Even though we've been kind of unlucky with the tent and everything, it has been a really good trail. I like these signs a lot. It's really nice to see kind of infrastructure and care given to the trail. I mean, you get it on several of the trails, but not really like this. So it is great to see. There's a lot of rain behind us. It's definitely going to come this way, but so I'll be quick. Another thing that's really cool about this trail, this is the second time that we've seen an escape route or an emergency exit. So if you're in trouble, if the weather has gotten like it's about to get, you know, it's like this way it will bring you 1.5 kilometers and then you'll be on a road. I think that's really, really great. It's not necessary in a lot of trails. On this one, I think it is necessary to have. I suppose it's probably a good sign of how little road there is. That they're like, do you need more road? Here's a way to get more road.
Cool, well we've almost finished our very long climb for today. We just have that last bit over there and like what a gorgeous surprise. Well we knew there was a lake, it was on the map, but it's really, 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 really pretty. It's absolutely wonderful. So I guess we'll stop here and have lunch. It's kind of cool because we're doing this trail backwards. We're meeting people at around lunchtime and they've come from wherever we're going to, and you get to kind of like have a quick little chat before you keep on going. So that's been kind of nice. We've met a couple of Austrians and I don't know where the second group of people were from, didn't actually ask. Anyway, lots of people. Not as busy as the Kerry Way or the Dingle Way, not at all, but it's still like a couple of people every day, which is cool. Yeah. I don't know, have some biscuits, enjoy the view. That's kind of it.
It's a very high altitude lake.
Yeah, isn't it? There's some huge dragonflies here. There was one like literally the length of my hand a second ago. Kind of creepy, but very, very cool.
I think this might be the best view that we've gotten on all of the trails put together. let's break it up, shall we?
I've never seen a three-way headbutt before.
Yeah, it's so funny to watch the three of them fight. Come on. Come on. Come on. Stop that. Stop fighting.
Kilometre and a half back down and then rounding up.
So we were just coming down, Glengariff is still a couple of kilometres that way, just come off the mountain, and we see the sign for Cúmarcane Visitor Centre. So it is like a coffee shop, campsite, like they've got a gift shop with different artists' work. It was really wonderful. There's nothing nicer than kind of stumbling upon an unexpected coffee shop for us. But also it's just really nice. It feels really homey and like simple and perfect and outdoorsy, and yeah. Actually I got so kind of taken with the place, I bought some earrings because they reminded me of the Sheep's Head. The Sheep's Head Way have a very similar logo. And we've spent enough time travelling that we're pretty immune to buying things. We just try and remember places and like them. But yeah, anyway, I really liked these. So we'll have to come back sometime. They do camping, they do kind of log cabin camping or glamping style as well. Seemed really nice.
Yeah,
well,
if we'd known it was here, we would have definitely...
Yeah, if we'd known, we would have stayed here. If also, hopefully our tent wouldn't have broken, we would have stayed here. But yeah, for our next time in the area, definitely. So, cool.
Okay, well, we're at another junction here. So there's obviously the way that we just came, then there's the way to Kenmare, and there's the way to Glengariff. The way to Glengariff actually isn't just to Glengariff. You can continue it on the whole way to Cakel, where you join up with the Sheep's Head Way, if you want to do that. It's actually really cool because you can do the Kerry Way down to Kenmare, then cross over, do the Beara Way to Cakel, and then do the Sheep's Head Way, which I think would be a really difficult way to spend a couple of weeks, but also really enjoyable. We're going to head to Glengariff now. It's sort of a pity that we didn't realise that this campsite was where it was, the one that we just went through, because we could just have stayed there instead of going into Glengariff, since it's not, strictly speaking, on the trail. But hey, such is life. On we go. Okay, it's the beginning of our, what is this, the 6th day?
Yeah, day 6 I think.
Day 6?
Yeah.
I really hope we haven't lost count. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
It's Friday. Yeah, that's Friday.
Today's Friday? Okay, yeah.
6, yeah.
Is it? It's day 6. We are walking from Glengariff to Kenmare. It's our last day on the trail. We slept in a hostel in Glengariff last night, which was nice. Very nice hostel actually.
Yeah.
And now
Blue Hostel.
Blue Pool Hostel, yep. And now we are walking to Kenmare, and there's also a hostel there. I'm very sleepy. Yeah. It rained a lot last night. There was actually thunder and lightning and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And I mean, kind of like flash flood style rain. So I'm quite happy that we weren't camping, because our poor injured tent wouldn't have handled it very well, I don't think. Yeah, so that was good. And now we're kind of walking through the aftermath of all of that.
Yeah.
Hopefully it won't rain too much on us. So today I think the trail isn't going to be quite as stunning as it's been for the last couple of days.
Most people don't seem to do this section. In general, from the people that we've talked to along the way, people seem to start in Kenmare, or not Kenmare, sorry, start in Glengariff and do the loop around and end in Kenmare, and not do the kind of joiny section that we're doing today.
Right, or they loop around back to Kenmare, loop around back to Glengariff, skipping the Kenmare section.
Completely, yeah.
Yeah, and it kind of does look like a very It looks very designed to be an optional section because it's pretty much just road after you get off the main trail towards Kenmare. At least according to the maps. I guess we'll find out what that looks like when we get there.
Yeah.
But so, from my understanding of the maps, we're going to do like a little bit of off-road at the beginning and then an awful lot of road towards the end.
Yeah.
But it's not so bad because it's all wet and I'm happy not to drown or anything like that. Okay, off we go. Well, we're at another split. If we went left here, we would skip Kenmare completely. And if we go right here, we go directly to Kenmare. So, yep. I mean, there's only so much to say at these things. There is, however, an original info board. So interestingly, the Beara Way was actually put together in 1995 by like 400 landowners. Right? 400?
Yeah, 400, yeah.
400 landowners and a bunch of people on the Beara Peninsula. They just went like, we should have a walking trail. They were correct. And they put one together and it was very... It makes you hopeful for the future of humanity a little bit. That 400 landowners in West Cork can come together and say, and Kerry can come together and say, sure, let's do this walking trail. So as always, a huge thank you to all of the landowners who make these trails possible. Really, truly isn't doable without landowners. So big thanks to you guys, to the 400 plus here, and to the surely thousands and thousands up and down the rest of the country. Couldn't have done this walking without you. We're in Kenmare. This is actually the day after the day we finished the trail. We kind of just collapsed into the hostel in Kenmare yesterday. So yeah, we took a rest day. This is our rest day activity, filming the summary of the trail. I thought it was super good. I think this one is tied with the Miners Way and Historical Trail in Roscommon for the best trail that we have done. I think it kind of fills a different niche a little bit. I think this is a much more difficult trail than that one. I think it's it's a trail for people who are experienced hikers. I wouldn't carry bags and things like that on this one if you're not an experienced hiker. You can do this by getting your luggage shipped ahead of you and that kind of thing. And that might be a better option if you're not a pretty experienced hiker. But I do think it's fantastic. The views are spectacular. The walking surface is nearly always brilliant. Except for the bit in and out of Kenmare, there's virtually no road. And the road that there is very quiet. The one stretch out to the side of Attergold kind of notwithstanding. I would really recommend coming down here and doing this trail. I don't think that there's anything bad to be said about it. Especially if you can get good weather for it. I think the weather is really the defining factor for this trail. Yeah, in the rain, I think this is a bit hard. Out of the rain, I think this is really good. And the weather is so changeable down in this part of the country that I think it can be difficult and maybe a little risky to say, I'm going to go to Ireland to do this trail. And then, you know, if it's completely washed out the entire time, I think you may not have as good a time. And to be honest, it mightn't be possible to do if it's been raining for 3 weeks. So, you know, that's a risk, I suppose. But I still think it's absolutely worth coming here and doing this one. I think I'd have to give this one a 9.9 out of 10. And the only point I'm taking away from it is that the stretch in and out of Kenmare is too road heavy, quiet roads but still road, and that one little bit outside of Addergo is not that great. And that's pretty much it. Otherwise, I'd come and do this one. And then Roscommon. Then you should do the Miners' Way and Historical Trail. Or you should do that one first, and then once you've gotten good at hiking, you should come down here and do this one. Or, I don't know, yeah. I think that they're equally good. And this one, in my opinion, has the best views that we've ever had. Which is really saying a lot. Okay, I could probably talk about this trail for like 20 more minutes, but I think Ellie has some stuff to say.
Yeah, so as Cara just said, we're taking a rest day today after 6 days of walking the trail. We did this trail, we kind of did a loop around the peninsula itself, taking today off because we're surprisingly, not surprisingly, I guess 6 days of constant walking, you would be tired after that. But so taking a rest day today, and then tomorrow we're going to head out to Dursey Island because I feel like you can't really come to this peninsula and not go to at least one island. So tomorrow we'll do Dursey, which I think will be really fun, because it has Ireland's only cable car and one of Europe's only cable cars that goes over like open water. So that's pretty cool, and we'll have fun doing that. And I think it's pretty amazing, or like we're really lucky how many really good trails we've accidentally left until the end. Like I feel like the past couple of videos we've been able to kind of be happy and real pleasantly surprised. Like the East Clare Way, we were really not expecting much at all, had a lovely time there. The Schlieve Bloom Way was really great. This has been fantastic. Like, yeah, we've been really lucky with the ones that we've left for the end. And this is trail 41 out of 42, so we only have one trail left and we've walked all of Ireland's National Waymark trails, which is kind of crazy to think about. So, this day next week will be our penultimate day of this, which is really cool and kind of terrifying, but also like can't wait. You know that weird kind of conflicting feeling? Yeah. So it's been fantastic. Yeah. Thank you to our amazing patrons who have made this whole thing possible. Our patrons support us on Patreon, which is a crowdfunding platform where people support us every month to help us create these amazing videos, walk these trails, write blog posts, do all this hiking and kind of documenting of Ireland that has never been done before. So we really appreciate their support. You mean the world to us. Thank you so much for allowing us to create and to do all this hiking. It's been fantastic. And this week I'd like to say a huge thank you to Michael Anthony, to Pauline Burras and to Patrick Berry for their wonderful, amazing support, and to our families for really helping us out to finish off this project and giving us lifts and stuff. It's been fantastic, thank you so much. And also thank you to Great Outdoors, who have shipped a new tent to us. It's winging its way to us. We're hopefully going to get the tent on our way to the start of the Wicklow Way, so we'll have a tent to camp in again. And we actually have a discount code if you're ever shopping online with Great Outdoors or looking for some new gear. It is ToughSouls10 and you get 10% off. just to let them know that we spread the good word and yeah, that we're worth having around. Okay, that's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
Well, as you can probably tell by the mountains behind me, we are on the Beara Peninsula doing the Beara Way. I don't know how you could actually tell that from the mountains. I'd be really impressed. Please write a comment if you did figure that out. The title of the video is the Beara Way. I don't know what to say about that. I'm a bit scared because maybe a Healy Ray was going to like jump out of somewhere and attack me. That joke won't land anywhere, not even within Ireland. So, yeah.
It's really itchy. Okay, you're only filming this because I don't know how to flip a coin and I'm going to make a fool of myself.
No, I'm filming this for posterity. So which one is it?
It's like sideways
Uh-huh.
between the
A likely
glass.
story.
Uh-huh. Did I actually lose the 20 cents this time?
How could you possibly lose it? You thought you'd make it through this entire video without seeing me in this orange shirt, but it's been in every single other video we've ever done. So I had to put it on for this. Hey, what's on the cool bag, Evan?
What's in the cool bag, do you say? Oh, it's only a Tough Souls tote bag. I'll have you know.
Can you even buy these on our...
Yeah, oh yeah, you can buy these on toughsouls.ie /prints.
Probably.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll put the link in the description.
If you want a trendy
Look
tote bag.
this.
Got a little walking Elvis crossing his little mountain range. It's very, very cool. All the cool kids have it.
Yeah. Perhaps not completely ideal for hiking with.
It's your town bag. It's for when it's super light and small and folds up really, really cute. And then when you get to a town, you drop your big heavy hiking bag and you take this out and you get to be...
I've already clicked the dislike button. Come on, let's